Tomorrow when we die, oh. But now you see things they done they change. Power struggle don't overcome we all. Do not let we join hand for make better alone. So let we try. We all don't let now we die. Now we go try for let we go, we go. Salon don't let now we die. Now we go try for let we go, we go. We all don't let now we die. Now we go try for let we go, we go. God they help himself. Let we join hand for let we go before. Fumble them, nobody no can for come for help again. If we no help himself. People them, nobody no can for come for make alone. If we no make for ourselves. So let we drive away tribalism now. Forget about nepotism now. Let we join hand for make sweet, sweet salon. So let we pray. The world don't let now we die. Now we go try to let we go, we go. Salon don't let now we die. Now we go try to let we go, we go. The world don't let now we.
Yes, the world on left now we are, and we get for try for make it go before. Fambulem, we don't come back with another episode of politics and the economics. So Fambulem, last week, last Thursday, I know very well say we be do a marathon. So for tonight, I don't intend for talk too much. So I want to give people the opportunity, because for whatever reason, I be say I not go go into this the audit issue, because I be don't deal with them extensively on Thursday, last Thursday. But people them by popular request, they send me a few people them actually send me Tamba Momoh in interview with AYV, and say, take a look at it. I watch and through, but I talk most of the things the way I highlight. I also be discuss about it. But for people them, just for our interest, the people that we watch that interview day. So what we go do, we go play that interview day. I go say from the side where it begin talk about the issues, not to that introduction, and I go encourage people them if at all on I want for know about a qualification, experience, and anything and they, I go encourage you now for long. I go back to the first part of the interview. But for me, the sideway, because again, as soon as see, I want to deal with a different topic. And the topic where I really want to talk about tonight, now about a scandal where involve the Ministry of Trade, na salon, where the scandal say people, officials, then at the ministry, then they sell space for $5,000 for let people able come oversee. Then basically they make fake membership, say the people now staff or employees of the Ministry of Trade, and for then they come meeting abroad under the umbrella of the Ministry of Trade. And for that opportunity, you go pay $5,000. So the reason we make I want for talk about this, it gets plenty implication. President Bill they go all over the place and talk about for redeem Salon from waiting in call APC disaster in terms of the image of Sierra Leone. And now we see this kind thing where the Ministry of Trade, they involve and they sell space to people that were not even the work they say for come abroad. Who done are them people in there? We want for know. And sadly enough, Fambulen, the easy we make time for pay attention by this particular topic, several reasons then. Because they see the anti-corruption commissioner, they go all over the place and pat himself na the back. But look, this kind thing. This not the image of Salon. This not something where any Salon person for frown upon. But yet, pass where the media pick them up. So waiting anti-corruption they do. Because this definitely go pass the smell test of corruption. No question about that. But interestingly though, we fumble them. We get big case them where anti-corruption for go after. And I need to condone corruption per se. Not to that, I mean intention, yeah. Not to for condone corruption at all. But you get levels. So anti-corruption commissioner, he recently put out this press release. In fact, not today, then put out this press release. So he put out a press release about people them where he say na staff of immigration, a specific unit within immigration, and then staff then I go read the press release in a moment, but I just want to set the stage. So then staff then what they do, they say then plead guilty, and if find them, they ask for let them pay the money we involved, and then pay 20% interest by that money they were involved. And I just read a sneak peek of it. So the press release, the title say ACC imposes 20% interest on recovery from Alpha Brahma Timbo and Clifford Bola Thomas of the Immigration Department and bans them from holding public office in Sierra Leone for a minimum of 3 years with immediate effect. We fumble them. And I must not the money we involved. I go read them through where I come deep into the topic. The money we involved, including the interest where ACC charged them. The total money now 36 million on Leones. So new Leones will be 36,000. So 36 million on Leones. If you check them in American dollars, it's less than $1,600 from then two people lending. The combined money we involve. $1,600, low and amount. $1,600. And this other case, and as we 2 weeks back where we talk about the case of the University of Sierra Leone, IPAM, and the Nigerian company where anti-corruption say, oh, because of it in our social media and again interest, so you go look into it. So why are social media supposed for the preempt for investigation if it really they doing work well? So, but this one, clearly, Mr. And again, I don't know if not coincidence, but definitely social media, we they make a huge impact. We really they make a difference because plenty of the things that they discuss, they put pressure on the administration and they act upon it. So they are big. We always involved in our social media. Yes, some people and they see this as a competition. No, we for really collaborate and let we seek this as complementing each other's program. Again, I not necessarily mean say if you praise me in a program, but let we get a common goal for make Salone a better place. All the politicians them or the people them in public office accountable. If we do that, Salone definitely we go see the change where we inspire where we they aspire for. So this story go be me headline when at the Ministry of Trade accused of selling overseas trip for $5,000. And I will read for now the article. I want to say Boku thank you to the Sierra Network for that, Sierra Loaded for that, and a big thank you to them for that. So Fambulem, before I come to the main topic, I get a couple of topics then where I really want for deal with. But again, I don't intend for take too much of the do most of the talking. The phone lines them, I will read for now the numbers them and open the phone lines them right away. Because again, I want to let it be about on my own feedback because for me last week it was a marathon and few people right say the program right to VOS say the program be interesting but it be too long. Now deliberate something fambulem for like somebody no misquote me. So I decided for put everything into that report today into that program day. So people can go like a one-stop shop for all you need for know from your own perspective about this whole tribunal against the Auditor General and in deputy. So Fambulem, waiting are also to me I really glad if foresee this kind of thing. Opposition chief whip criticizes suspension of Auditor Generals. So it put S because of the Auditor General and in deputy. I believe that. So I go read within this particular opposition member say. Yes, some people then go say, well, it kind of too late though. All along, for how many years now they don't suspend this woman, any deputy? Why would I not speak up? And now I speak up. Fambulem is still not late because where you look at the next step, it further on our parliament foot. So as a result of that, we need to see more opposition. Where we they talk about opposition, not to just APC members, oh. We want to see members of the SLPP party. We will come out and condemn this act. So waiting I go do before I read waiting this MP say and even urge and colleagues them for lack then they on the side of truth. Let history judge them. Let them think about the country first instead of the loyalty to the political party for do the right thing. So that make I really impressed by waiting he do or waiting he say. So if time permit, another thing where I really want to talk about Fambulem. As una know, this na me area in terms of the economic situation of the country because na dande I they do for living. So it really they bother me for like salon they go through within the country they go through so. And for the most part, some people then go on for interpret and differently. But no, for the most part, it gets a lot to do with government management of the economy. I do a program where I talk about the causes, the types of inflation, and how for solve inflationary issue. And that program they back be very extensive. So I go encourage people and for let them go, particularly the administration. I not say they get boku clever people them, but in case they need a second opinion as to why things they need to go well, why the inflation still stubbornly high, Una not tell me say, oh well, like how I remember one time uh, um the Minister of Information saying they praise President be oh inflation be there about 50% now it don't come down to around 30 something percent and stuff. But inflation now something way cumulative. If you know go I've already explained before, if you not go beyond like you know be minus, if it be like how previously it be 50% and now it in the 30s, guess what? It means say that 50% increase is still there. And then on top of that 50% increase, you add the 30% increase also. So not to something where you say because it come off from 50%, it come to 30%, so price that don't come down. No. No. So price then still they go up. Then just they go up at a slower pace. And you know, slow enough for like people and see the difference. So like people and way they misunderstand the whole dynamics. Say no, things that don't better, inflation don't come down. The rate of change, the way how price then they change, it don't slow. But it still means a price continue for go up. And at a similar situation Kamala Harris they face. But I really pleasantly want to say kudos to Kamala and all the American people we they for democracy over the debate. I really, really pleased the way how we handled the debate. Yes, people like me not see enough meat in terms of economic plans and things like that. But in terms of the other issues, then I'd be very impressed by the way how it tackled them. So fumble them. This now issue where it not get for go away anytime soon as salon about the price. But the thing where I go say I feel for the average salon person. But the frustration way I get now with this person, and this na big frustration. I don't know if Una self they express similar frustration though. With Dr. Samura Kamara, the APC aspirant or the former flag bearer, he gave a whole speech. And my understanding, I made for understand, say, an economist by profession. So Dr. Samora, instead of it talk about the economic issues and plenty of the other issues then where they go wrong na the country as a two opposition leader, you they say this thing that let people hang in there. Better days them they are ahead. Seriously? So now this you get for campaign on like the last time when you campaign and saying, oh, you na me responsibility. Waiting down there, the average person will understand by that. You na me responsibility. And a similar situation they happened where you get plenty things then where you the Samuel Kamara, this according to waiting I read, this now you failed in terms of economics. And you be don't be a financial secretary, you be don't be, if I don't mistake, financial the finance minister. So you don't hold them positions then they. So people and they expect say you for talk solution. But that's very vague for tell people and say, oh well, una just hang in there and not say salon people they're full of resistance, like they sort of able for beer, la Butamba Creole. They able beer. So let them continue for beer. Good days then they hide. Seriously? So as an opposition leader, so people then for wait. Till how many years before the next election? So how then go they feed? Some people them go don't even who knows. Go don't come out of their condition, respectable condition before the next election because the things they're so triangle. So interestingly though, this issue, the complaint where people and they complain, according to the article where I read, not to just one person, not to just Makituma and them, even students themselves, they complain. And if time permits me, I will read a little bit from that article as well. So when I see, I get plenty things that lined up for now tonight. And the other issue where I really want for talk about, but I don't feel the time go permit, but I just want to bring and come to our attention from them. President Bill end up for sign the Criminal Procedure Act into law. I remember we the former a former president of the Bar Association, we na Madam Basita Michael, it be the appeal indirectly to President Bill. So they are not sign that in there because it not will be good for the country. It not will be good for particularly the average salon person for say now judge them no more for try them in a criminal case. So but guess what? I be making clear. Again, not to say I dey take too many credits now, but I be making clear, say President Bill, he aware of the bill in the first place. And clearly, now within cabinet then champion the bill. So he aware. He be give the bill in blessings, like already. So for let it pass, and then we hope say President Bill will be a reasonable leader and rethink and not sign am. No, that is a big mistake. So again, and all the people can see this as disrespectful, but I don't get much confidence in this president at all. I don't get much confidence in him saying if one branch of government not do right, it go using veto power and say no, send them back to them. The only time where I remember it happened, and then because of people then cry over that, where them want give him a blank check saying he can spend any amount. Do not need for put a cap on the impress or on the budget way that they assign to him for in travel and all that. People then say, "Bo, how you go accept forget a blank check with no limit?" So Sierra Leone'S, including myself, we take on social media, we talk about it and all that, and he end up for send and go back, and then they put some restrictions. I remember now the only time that, and then because of the outcry, and then I even lock, I go say, but presidents we don't care much about the saloon, the average saloon person. Then they go say for a fact because it don't set boku boku record them we show clearly say get salon people them at heart. I repeatedly can say this. It can remind me so much of Donald Trump, and now that Vice President Harris be talk about mostly during the debate. Say with President Trump, former President Trump, it's all about him. So it's me, 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 me. It hardly for like you hear him say we. It's similar to President Bill. Most of the things them, if you now listen to his speeches and stuff, now how things then they benefit them. And even the things the way they do, now how did they benefit in position for fortify in position? Because talk and come, people that don't they try for confuse because to me not to persuasive argument are just confusion and also propaganda for let people and believe say oh well that criminal procedure act the jurors them they get issue and stuff no that ain't a bogus excuse So it better like you peer somebody will tell like you and listen to your case through the guidance of the judge. Listen to your case that made them say the reasonable person. So a reasonable non-lawyer, non-judge, reasonable person like you, the ordinary person, Salon, he listen to your case and say, well, I'm not convinced say you do this thing. So my family, what's wrong with that? For let somebody through the guidance of the judge listen to your case and use in common sense and say, no, this person I don't believe say do am. Then take them away from you. And we all know how the judiciary messed up. We all know how we mess up because Lano Buta in the past and still mess up. And now that hope where that salon person, that average person get, you want take them. You don't take them because they don't sign up. Take that hope they away from salon, that average person. And interestingly, one thing where them politicians here can they forget, plenty of them things here whether they do so whether they have power, it can come back for haunt them. I don't know if Anescoma, that sound familiar to Anescoma. It can come back for bite them. So they can not mess up the laws them, don't do this, don't do that. Of course, APC, they suffer from that now. But who thinks they whatever they do, feel say, oh well, we they fortify we self now this position. Now President Biona beneficiary of the plot where they get for unleash on Salon people them in the name of put together a constitution where APC will ever be the party in power. But look how it happened. They're not even able for fully implement, and they're not even the person with thereafter under the leadership within thereafter, not even implement them. So it not be the beneficiary of the thing we deliberately then do for fortify themselves in power. And a similar thing President Bill they do. Again, I don't need for count the things them, the steps them we don't they take. So now let's just give an example. I don't say this before. So to me, it seemed like not so just for APCO, even within the SLPP party, anybody will stand in way for manipulate things. It's easy for like a frame you up. Check it do and boku them. And again, I really go glad if I be wrong in my assessment. But President Bio, like it the writing there at the wall, say this man they fortify himself for become a dictator in a salon. I go pleasantly surprised if this man give way and manipulate like how an Escoma try for manipulate, even though he hand over like a end in second term, but he be so confident that the manipulation way he do for put Samuel Kamara in a power go able for still the control affairs of the country behind the scene. And a very clear say President Bill either and I go give power after second term, or if at all he give up power, he go want for do something similar where Anescoma fail for do. So now, to me, it look like say, they read from Anescoma playbook for like, make the mistake where Anescoma make. So all the laws here where they pass, SLPP folks, again, like how they can say, watch you back. So President Bill, not so just for APC they do this so for una the SLPP agbagba them. we go want for stand for team up na in way. Because with this, where it frame you of treason, so you are overthrowing government, you don't get any other person where you go rely on for judge you. Now somebody where you go to manipulate in the name of the judge. So the judiciary. So if you faith, you faith, or faith, FATE, sorry about that. If you faith, they na the hands of the judiciary. My brother, the judiciary versus the state. Now, like how Nigerians think you say now 5 and 6. So highly likely then go nail you, then go found, then go sort of end up for say you guilty of the offense, even with limited or no evidence. And a similar thing we they see so with this Auditor General in Saga. So Fambul them, I just want for remind una say terribly, President Bill don't sign according to this news or this article. President Bill don't sign the Criminal Procedure Act into law. The article as of today. So I believe neither today or yesterday it don't. So the other news way I want for, well, this again I go say it pleasing to me. I don't know if not coincident, because the program will be due on this on the 5th, last Thursday, and then I see this article say, well, Chief Minister sort of way I read the article, it try for talk about within exactly I be suggest, saying let it teach students, let it teach people them, how for do something when specializing this prosthetic legs and thing. Let it do them. So I see this article. So again, no for take any credit now, but if not coincident, I really glad for that coincidence day. So let's just read and we can now come back to this story. Let's just read the article very quickly. I open at the see them clearly. In recent years, Sierra Leone has made significant strides in the realm of human capital development with a particular focus on specialized healthcare sectors such as prosthetics. So again, the second part, Chief Minister Dr. David Monina Senge, in his 27th audio of 8th September 2024. So I don't know what that they mean. If it's sent 27 audio from December from September the 8th. So emphasized that under the leadership of President Julius Maada Bio, the government has emphasized in investing in its people, enabling them to acquire the skills necessary for the country's advancement. One of the clearest examples of this vision is the transformation of Sierra Leone's prosthetics landscape, led in part by the Chief Minister Dr. David Senge. Human capital development has been one of President Bio's core initiatives since he assumed office in 2018. Well, again, the human capital development and all that kind of stuff, then let we put them aside for different argument. But because of this particular article dated, reference the 8th of September, and I'll be doing my program on the 5th, and I go very strongly on our time. We again, I love Miss Salon Fambu. I love Miss Salon brother. But at least let we use we knowledge, we skill set for better the country, not to for derail the country. Because politics, again, particularly the politics of Salon, sadly enough, the politicians that are really misstep in terms of what it mean for be politician. where na public you dey serve in the people interest. You try for push for wetin we call you legacy. But go of the politicians then not to more of money again because some of them they left a job where they pay them way more than waiting the public they pay them. Like law say if na Congress or Senate, they make way less than where they be doing at the private sector. So but still they go na the public sector for left that name. Say yes, this now be the senator of so state and now then tia it do for the state. But we now people and they go into public service for go thief because they're not able for better than safe now within the private sector. So they see them like a last stop for gentry. And that's wrong. So Mr. or Dr. Senge, that you switch to politics, I don't know how effective you go still be for help the younger ones them, teach them that skill set we don't can learn abroad. And like how I suggest, again, you can set up a factory where we go begin the export them products then they. So fambul them, I say I not go talk too much. But for remind una of the numbers them, again for the people away they join for the first time, my name is Abdul Karim Kargbo. Me na economist, I based na Canada, and I done really put food on my table and help me for take care of my family. So before I play the video, the interview with Mr. Tamba Momoh, we na the former Assistant Auditor General or Deputy Auditor General, where again AYV and one for tell AYV plenty thank you for that. I go want for force share the numbers. So if any call come, I go pick them, but where we they play the video and I go hold off. And we get a call already, but let I go through the numbers for the people and way they listen na the radio. So if you call from North America, Fambulem, the number for call now toll free way now on VOS now 1-866-944-7722 1-866-944-7722. And if you call from the UK, we will be a local call for you. The number for each week now +442080891455 +442080891455. If you call from Australia, the number for call when I told way now local number +6129098437 +6129098437. If you call any other side of the wall, including even any place then they were just call, we get a universal number we're making call the one port number, and that number they now +1-343-997-5828 1-343-997-5828. And we also get a radio station we based na Freetown, and they self get great programs them. As a matter of fact, tomorrow they get a program we then get for interview somebody from ACC, and myself can't wait. After the video, I go share with una the flyer, and then get other program them entertainment program we for start next week. So I go encourage you now for like una really share and download the app. Where if you go na the Google Play Store and or the Apple App Store, you can able for download the VOS app, and the app now just type VOS television are one word, and you're able for download we live. So Fambulem, in addition to that, we get plenty other platform them we they come to na live, and then platform here we they broadcast live on YouTube, Facebook we they broadcast on 5 different Facebook channels, Facebook pages, business pages: VOS, Voice of Salon TV, Voice of Salon Radio, VOS SL for Salon, VOS UK for UK, VOS Australia. And then they broadcast live on X, we in a former Twitter, so you just we handle na VOS television, one word. And the same for the website. We get a website, the TV website, on our vostelevision.com. We're going to encourage you now for to check that website today. And the radio website as well, when I go for listen to it in they say, even though I not go see me, but still, if you did drive, you're able to download the app, where we go advise you for download the app because it's easier than the website. But whichever one is easier for you, we will encourage you for let you download as well. And we also get another platform where in our Twitch TV, and then we currently a few people and they join from the particular source day, and we truly appreciate Una for that. We Una they join from the Twitch TV. So let me take the first call before I play the video. VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting on your name and who you call from, please. Hello. So I don't know really, caller, if you dey hear me, you dey on live. All right. Well, hopefully you will call me back because again, I don't want to take too much of do too much of the talking. I want for let people call in and let we hear from each other. So let I go to the video. Let we all I know say boko funa because again, people send this video to me and saying then go on for like I talk about them. So somebody say fools, but I don't get any indication of that. I hope no more that not be the case again. Okay, the person, somebody replies, say it might be on your end. So, but again, Fambulem, I want for say boku tenki, for we una join all the people that we don't join, and particularly in YouTube. So, dear, it look like say we dey get boku viewers them na YouTube, and I will encourage you now for like while una did it, let una subscribe to a YouTube channel, and not forget for hit the notification bell, because again we don't tire with Facebook. We don't appeal to them all the time. We can they come on, people are not can get notification, and that make the Facebook live views them very small because of that notification day. But again, Fambulem, we appreciate we on our then YouTube, and we encourage you to follow and share the program so that people will able for join and participate by this program. We I believe say if it affect every salon person, if it concern every salon person. So without wasting further time, let play, and again credit to AYV for way we they use them video. So let we listen in, and I go play them for about 10-15 minutes because let we get the real or from the source, because I will talk about it from a professional angle, but now the person, one of the people that we involved in this situation, give interview, and whether or not you disagree or agree with the way how the lady posed the question, I know I let on the cloud on a judgment, on a just focus on waiting he say, and let we come for discuss that behind the scene or after the video. So I will come right back. On our stay tuned and let we watch the video together.
It has to be AYP who are the signatories to the account to give me permission or to give Access Bank permission for Access Bank to speak to me. So this is the confusion. I am surprised, perhaps disappointed, that tribunal panelists could not understand this. But let me go and address your issue of the responses. The responses were shocking. They were sad. When I saw them, I almost I did not believe what I was seeing.
Talk about verify with a third party. Take it from there, please.
Right. So the reason why the standard said to me, I am not expected to be able to tell whether a document is authentic or not. I am not expected as an auditor. I am not trained to be able to tell that. However, it says when I look at a document and I identify conditions on that document that cause me to believe that the document may not be authentic, or that terms in the document may have been modified but not disclosed to me, the auditor, the possible procedures he has told me to confirm directly. I can tell you, and I can tell the people of Sierra Leone, that the documents that my staff brought to me in that audit verification file, when I looked at them, they did not look authentic. They looked like they have made some changes on the document, but they have not told us that they have made those modifications on the document. Therefore, the standards has directed me that I should go directly to the third party that is purported to have issued that document. That is what we did. And that does not require anybody's permission, because it makes no sense to anyone with common sense that when you're running to verify a matter relating to someone's bad behavior or misconduct, you go and obtain permission for them. I read the standard to you. The ESIs are on the social media. They are out on internet. ESI, ISTA 240, go to paragraph A9, and it says there. So to answer your question, I don't know the consequences of what happened. What I did, I followed the standard. And people have said, oh, I did not go back to the auditors. No, the auditors come to me. I don't go to the auditors. I am the audit partner. I was responsible for this audit. If it comes out bad, I am held responsible. If it comes out good, I am held responsible.
So take us through what happened when you followed up on the third-party verification. You sent emails to the hotels. What was the response?
So the third-party confirmation that we sent out to the hotels, this confirmation, let me just explain, because there's some people who have decided to confuse themselves about what is or what isn't third-party confirmation. Now, there are two main types of third-party confirmations. There is confirmation of account balances. That's ISA 505. There is this confirmation that I've just read. This is ISA 240. The third-party confirmation of account balances, when an entity that you are auditing provides you financial statements, and in this case, the State House, the Office of the President did not provide financial statements. When you're going through those numbers and you come across debtors, creditors, bank balances, you are required to verify these things. And you cannot verify some of them without the permission of the client. For instance, the bank balance. If I'm auditing AYV and I want to see whether the bank balance that AYV has declared on their financial statements, and let's say their bank is Access Bank, if I write to Access Bank will not speak to me. It has to be AYV, who are the signatories to their account, to give me permission or to give Access Bank permission for Access Bank to speak to me. So this is the confusion. I am surprised, perhaps disappointed, that tribunal panelists could not understand this. But let me go and address your issue of the responses. The responses were shocking. They were sad. When I saw them, I did not believe what I was seeing. Let me read what we have read. This is all in the Auditor General's report. Anybody can read it. I'll read, I think this is page 441. This is the Auditor General's report, for 2020. Page 441. When we did the verification, we said, we however concluded that the retirement details for hotels provided were marred by discrepancies, inaccuracies, and inconsistencies. It was also disputed by the concerned third party whose records show that the bill remains outstanding. This is in the case of a particular issue, but I will address that. So the reports that we received from the hotels was that these were not their receipts. I didn't say. They said that these are forged documents. These are false documents. They are not associated with them. Some went further to say the room numbers are wrong. The amounts they charge, we don't charge this amount. The currency they charge, we don't charge this amount. It was shocking.
And Tamba, so this confirms, this you've just said confirms what Africanist press had been making public. So is it part of your job description to leak that information to any other party other than officers within the audit service Sierra Leone before the report was out? Simply put, why did you unprofessionally leak the emails?
No. This, I'll come to, let me.
Fumble them. I decide for pause and let us say something quick. I don't know really where people in the talk about AYV states don't capture them. How the lady puts the question, if not part of your job for leak information to have the Africanist press, so you imply saying that the man leak them. Hey, boy, why you go do that? Why you not just simply ask why, like how Africanist press get the email? You get any bearing with that? Simple. But with, like now you position, now you job, then now you job description for let you leak, and you don't get any evidence in the man leak them. And you as a journal, as interviewer, you want to make sure say you be neutral, you be independent, you not be suggestive. And that's exactly therefore do now, yeah. But one thing where I'm pleased about this man, it not allow that for derail a mission for tell the truth, for speak to the public. I just want for draw this to our attention. I go rewind and small, Leona, take a listen to how the lady asked the question about if now part of the man in job description for leak information. So he implies, say, according to Ram, that the man leaked the information. And so it just take exactly within the administration claim. And you get the pussy right before you. Why you not just ask him? If nine do him? Simple question. Did you leak the information to Africanist press? Simple. And you can even push him. It's a yes or no answer. You know, but why you leak the information to the Africanist press? It's very appalling.
With Africanist press. First of all, let me make it abundantly clear in this forum that I have never seen. Let me read what we have read. This is all in the Auditor General's report. Anybody can read it. I'll read, I think this is page 441. This is the Auditor General's report, for 2020. Page 441. When we did the verification, we said, we however concluded that the retirement details for hotels provided were marred by discrepancies, inaccuracies, and inconsistencies. It was also disputed by the concerned third party, whose records show that the bill remains outstanding. This is in the case of a particular issue, but I will address that. So the reports that we received from the hotels was that these were not their receipts. I didn't say. They said that these are forged documents. These are false documents. They are not associated with them. Some went further to say the room numbers are wrong. The amounts they charge, we don't charge this amount. The currency they charge, we don't charge this amount. It was shocking.
And Tamba, so this confirms, this you've just said confirms what Africanist press had been making public. So is it part of your job description to leak that information to any other party other than officers within the audit service Sierra Leone before the report was out? Simply put, why did you unprofessionally leak the emails?
No. This I'll come to. Let me deal with Africanist press. First of all, let me make it abundantly clear in this forum that I have never spoken to Africanist press. I have never engaged them. I don't know who they are. I have heard of them. And as a result of this tribunal, I have had to go on their own website for the very first time and find out what they do. And let me tell you what I found out. The Africanist press, some of their publications that they have been making, and I will refer you to a publication of the Africanist press that is dated 10th of January 2021, and the title is President and First Lady Spent Over 10 billion in Lebanon on Lebanon holiday. This report was published by Africanist press on 10 days after the financial year 2020 had ended. I had not gone, our team had not yet even thought of auditing the office of the president. So if the Africanist press is putting out information in relation to the visit of the president to Lebanon on the 10th of January 2021, when our engagement letter only went to the office of the president in May 2021, 5 months after Africanist press, it's only people who have not read or they are slow to understand that can say that I or people from audit services. I don't speak for other people. I speak for myself. That is one. Secondly,
yesterday we had Dr. Sylvia Olainka-Blyden. Hold on. Yesterday we had Dr. Sylvia Olainka-Blyden in the studio, and she was saying before yesterday there was a program where the emails were leaked. So who then within your office would have leaked emails that you sent?
Mrs. Sylvia Blyden,
Doctor,
comments yesterday. Mrs. Dr. Sylvia Blyden's comments yesterday, I'm not going to dignify them with a response for the simple and straightforward reason that she herself, she made it abundantly clear in her opening comments that she's not a competent accountant, she's not a competent auditor, she has never done auditing, she has no idea what she's talking about, and therefore she should not be listened to. So I am not going to say
Tamba, take that as it is. Take that as it is, Tamba. We still have people who follow this conversation who are probably auditors or who are familiar with the standard operating procedure of auditing, who would also need a response from you. The public as well deserves a response from you. How come emails that you sent got leaked to the press? That still remains a valid question for you to respond to.
Okay, so no,
regardless of who's asking the questions.
I just wanted to say I will not address what Mrs. Dr. Blyden has said. Let me go straight to the issue of Africanist press. The Africanist press publication that has been trumpeted out there on the 15th of November, 3-4 days after we were suspended. I will read it, and I will read it exactly where it says, in management queries, I'm quoting from their own, this is on their website, in management queries sent to the President's office in early October 2021, audit officers noted that several documents submitted to the President's office, submitted by the President's office to justify travel expenses for FY 2020, including list of per diems and details of alleged procurement-related activities by the President and his delegation while traveling abroad, were verified to be false. This was posted on their website in an article entitled
Tamba, that post you just read excerpts from. Hold on, that post you just read excerpts from is in public domain. It's available
yes,
for people. Hold on.
Yes,
it's available for people to go read. What's not available is the question I just asked you that you've not answered. How come an email or emails you sent were now leaked to the public? It's a question you've not answered.
Has already said the sources of his information. You look at the Africanist press, the sources are there. Queries that, it says, in management queries sent to the office of the president in early October. Audit officers noted, so that is his source. He has put it there clear. I have never given any information to the Africanist press. In relation to the documents that have been circulating in social media, let me make it clear that the Attorney General himself submitted to the tribunal panel those receipts. I gave it in my evidence, in my response. Let me explain. When we sent out,
what's your relationship to Chernobyl, the known individual behind Africanist Press?
I don't know him. I've never seen him. I've never spoken to him. I've never had any exchanges with him. I've never even listened to anything that he has said. But let me just address this issue. When the audit query that we sent to the office of the president in October, I think this is what Africanist Press is saying. In that query, or that verification report, we addressed it only to the office of the president. When the office of the president was responding to that query, a query between an auditor and an audited entity, they copied the clerk of parliament, they copied the speaker of parliament, they copied the inspector general of police, they copied the attorney general, they copied the chief justice, they copied the ONS, they copied financial intelligence. So they themselves have started copying people. I'm not saying any of those people are responsible for putting out information, but this is where our correspondence within the office of the president started. Then, when we were responding to the correspondence, we also copied all of them and gave them all the details that we gave the office of the president, since they wanted all these people to be aware of a matter that was transpiring only between the auditor and the audited entity. That's what we copy. But let me go further. When I submitted my response to the tribunal in January of 2023, I provided them all the evidence that I had in my possession. At the same time, I am aware that the Attorney General, when he brought witness Mr. Jajua from the offices of the president, he brought all these receipts. In fact, he brought even more embarrassing receipts or retirement details. After we have verified one of the hotels that said that payment has not yet been made, the acting Auditor General, for reasons only him can explain for himself, decided to do his own verification. Decided to write to the hotel to ask them to verify. The letter that the hotel purportedly wrote to him, verifying, said that they have received payment 1 year before the president went there. That is a false document. That is a lie. The president's office did not pay for any accommodation 1 year beforehand. The verification the deputy acting auditor general made was the one that they should be, he is the one that should be asking to explain that. So whatever is in public media, I have not given. If anybody has any evidence that
Tamba,
I gave African media,
what is this?
To say it,
Tamba,
Press,
Tamba, what is this? Tamba, what is this about to you? Is it about politics being used to fight against the presidency or something else? What is this to you?
Sorry, I don't personally know the president. In fact, he will not remember this. The first time I actually...
Fambulem, I just can't help it but for pause this sigh. Hey, but this lady, you see how Salon de Puel? Hey, boy, the man they explain, it explain to you the issues. And now you they insinuate, say the man go verify the receipt because it gets political motive. So you insinuate that. What is this to you? Is it politically motivated? Against the going against the president? My goodness, seriously? Now the media this way salute for depend on for hold we politicians them accountable. Now the question then this where the guy don't tell you clearly say issue there with the receipt and it just disclose to you say somebody give evidence na the tribunal where he say president in office make advance payment 1 year advance payment whether they not be true but common sense how president bill say we not even go it salon get that money there and I say they even happen you pay in advance 1 year in advance say oh well I go come na that hotel next year so I dey pay now boy it make any sense. And instead of you piggyback on what they say, you can predetermined. Feel say you go before implicate them. Boy, at least if you want to do that self for let it hang himself, you get for ask him not to question where they suggest waiting na in issue. Now based on the topic, based on what he say. And then waiting at this to you for go after the president. Waiting at this to you. Like waiting this mean to you. Now relevant question that. So dear, again, I really give this man kudos. Where take him personal, even though then question and then a personal attack on integrity, but it really calmly answered the question. And again, kudos for that. So let I play that part the back. If una miss some, let una listen to the lady in question. Really appalling. Very disappointing, for say the least.
Being used to fight against the president.
Evidence that
Tamba,
African
what is
it's not
this?
just to say it's
Tamba,
Africanist press.
Tamba, what
there
is
must
this?
be way you can
Tamba, what is this about to you? Is it about politics being used to fight against the presidency or something else? What is this to you?
Sorry. I don't personally know the president. In fact, he will not remember this. The first time I actually spoke to him, we met at a petrol station. The president was going on the campaign trail in Kono. I was coming from my hometown in Kono. And we met at Gbere Junction petrol station. I remember he was standing there. The boys came around and said, hey, that time he was a flag bearer campaign. He said, wow, I can't tell what I do. I said hello to him, sir. I got my fuel. He got his fuel before me and he left. I don't know the president from Adam other than I know him as my president. We elected him in 2018 and he's my president. I don't have anything against anyone. I don't know anyone. I'm not a politician. I do not belong to any political parties. The political parties that we hear in Sierra Leone, I don't see their ideology. I don't understand it. So I have no I'm a professional, true and true. I have done this job for 20 plus years.
As the professional that you are, true and true, doing your job this long. Tamba, how do you explain avoiding to investigate the Freetown City Council?
So Freetown City Council is
it's
audited.
Transform Freetown project.
I told you initially, yes, Freetown City Council, there are 4.
Fambulem, let I pause here back. This lady, I don't know really. I don't know him personally, but I say if it's supposedly a good journalist. But this one, he dropped the ball big time there. So, given that you are professional through and through, and then you ask the question, like, so simple question. Was it your responsibility to audit Freetown City Council? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, did you audit Freetown City Council in 2020? Simple questions like that. Short, simple, let we get information from but not insinuate. Given the professional that you are through and through, why did you fail to audit Freetown City? Seriously? So you assume now, say, it failed for audit City Council based on the garbage where the tribunal don't write. Where you supposed for pick the sense out of the nonsense from all this thing we don't inspired. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Anyways, let's continue with this. This is not disappointment.
Deputies that support and work with the Auditor General. My former colleague, who is now the acting Auditor General, was last time I actually spoke to him, we met at a petrol station. The president was going on the campaign trail in Kono. I was coming from my hometown in Kono. And we met at Berry Junction petrol station. I remember he was standing there, the boys came around and said, hey, that time he was a flag bearer campaign. He said, wow, I can't tell what I do. I said hello to him, sir. I got my field, he got his field before me, and he left. I don't know the president from Adam other than I know him as my president. We elected him in 2018, and he's my president. I don't have anything against anyone. I don't know anyone. I'm not a politician. I do not belong to any political parties. The political parties that we hear in Sierra Leone, I don't see their ideology. I don't understand it. So I have no I'm a professional, true and true. I have done this job for 20 plus years.
As the professional that you are, true and true, doing your job this long. Tamba, how do you explain avoiding to investigate the Freetown City Council?
So Freetown City Council is audited.
Transform Freetown project.
I told you initially, yes, Freetown City Council, there are 4 deputies that support and work with the Auditor General. My former colleague, who is now the acting Auditor General whilst Lara has been on suspension, is responsible for was responsible for the audit of Freetown City Council. He has been doing that work even before I joined the Audit Service Sierra Leone. Every year, he has audited Freetown City Council, and he is responsible for the financial statement audit. Every year, Freetown City Council has produced financial statements. Every year, those financial statements have been audited by Mr. Abdul Aziz, the acting Auditor General now. That is his profile. That's his main portfolio. I am not responsible for Freetown City Council's audit. And Freetown City Council, I am not their spokesperson, but they have always submitted their financial statements. They have always been audited, and Mr. Aziz has been the one who has always signed their financial statements and their audit opinion. I'm surprised that he's not suspended. He's not standing behind bars and answering questions. I'm sitting here, people are asking me questions about an audit client that is not mine. Asking me about the Sierra Leone police, I will talk to you. Asking me about the immigration department, I will talk to you. Asking me about parliament, I will talk to you. Now we are talking about the office of the president, I will talk to you. I am not responsible for the audit of Freetown City Council. Mr. Aziz, they should go and ask him. The issue of transformation project or whatever, all these projects, they have financial implications. And according to the accounting standard that Freetown City Council uses, they are supposed to disclose them in their financial statement. They have been disclosing them in their financial statement, and Mr. Aziz have been giving them a clean bill of landing or giving them a clean report all these years. The only thing that I did with Freetown City Council, in fact, it was not just with the Freetown City Council, during one of my performance audit exercises, I wanted to assess what has been the impact of donor-funded projects in 4 city councils. So we selected Freetown City Council, Bo City Council, Kenema City Council, and Makeni City Council. And we asked them to submit some information documents, and they've submitted. I have had one of my junior colleagues come from the office and say, oh, they asked me to sign a particular report, or no, I was not there. Then they said I instructed them to take the report to requesting for document from the Freetown City Council, and the Auditor General refused. The Auditor General has already explained this. Nobody needs, the gentleman who came to talk about this, he was an assistant auditor general at the time. He assigned a similar request. This is just a simple request for document. And they said, oh, it is in the tribunal's report that I said that the auditor general, the mayor of Freetown City Council has credibility. It's my business. I don't know about her. I don't know her personally. Whether she has credibility or not, that's not on my issue. They should go and ask the audit partner responsible for Freetown City Council to find out whether she has credibility or not. The only person that will speak like that is someone who is not aware of ISA 240. Because they have no understanding of professional skepticism.
How do you also justify suspiciously resigning at the start of the tribunal's investigation?
Ebo, this lady, my goodness. I think, I don't know if it's the standard that for salon journalists or journalism. How do you justify suspiciously resigning? Ebo, now so you ask question. Why you not just simply ask the man why you resign during investigation? Why you need for say suspiciously resigning? Ebo, so what is suspicious about resigning? And I will say that to people, and I make another one for go too deep again into this. Nothing wrong for let you resign in the middle of investigation. Nothing wrong. And in fact, to me, a best practice. Because either because you regret your action, or you believe, say, if even you survive this inquiry and everything, you not go able for execute the responsibility of your job effectively, because you go always they watch over you back, because you don't, like how you go say, bad blood don't they between you and the president and the people and way probably support the president and stuff. So it act for let you go able for function properly in any kind situation indeed. So plenty time where people face that situation here, whether they in their favor or not, they not can go ahead with that employment. So what's wrong about that? And you use the word suspiciously resigning. What is suspicious about resigning during investigation? What is suspicious about that? My goodness. Anyways, I just kind of, when it come to the end of the interview there, I just decided for break I draw on attention to maybe this lady come with a motive for discredit this man. So the questions them way they ask, they don't make any sense, rather than antagonizing the man. So instead of you do them in a way for get information from the man, so you go able for draw an informed decision, make an informed decision. No, instead they go usai, you want for go usai, they don't lead you in a blindfolded way. This is really sad. The people where they na salon, where na the fourth estate, we're supposed for all the politicians them and public officials them, where now they do the work of this average salon people. And then they do this kind terrible act. So the person way we all for ill. I don't hear any discussion about why they forged the document. I don't hear anything about that. Just like I always say, the acting Auditor General, it falsify information. Why would I not talk about that? And the person will forge the receipt after the verification from the hotel. We don't hear anything about the person. Why the person not testify as to why he do that? Why the person not lost his job? Fambulenle, I just finished with the interview and I go take calls.
The man who came to talk about this, he was an assistant auditor general at the time. He assigned a similar request. This is just a simple request for document. And they said, oh, it is in the tribunal's report that I said that the auditor general, the mayor of Freetown City Council has credibility. It's my business. I don't know about her. I don't know her personally. Whether she has credibility or not, that's not on my issue. They should go and ask the audit partner responsible for Freetown City Council to find out whether she has credibility or not. The only person that will speak like that is someone who is not aware of ISA 240. Because they have no understanding of professional skepticism.
How do you also justify suspiciously resigning at the start of the tribunal's investigation?
Well, it's not suspiciously. I did not resign suspiciously. I was suspended on the 11th of November. On the 20th of December, on the instructions of the Auditor General, the acting Auditor General, Mr. Abdul Aziz, and the then chairman of the Audit Service Board, one Mr. Rogers, my salaries were halved. My basic salary were halved. They took 50% away. They took all of my bonus away. Bonuses were paid that year. I was not paid. This is in 2021, December. All of my allowances, both in cash and in kind, were taken from me. So then I proceeded. I thought this is maladministration, because my conditions of service says, even if the audit service suspends me, they can place me on half pay, i.e. half my basic pay, but without prejudice to my allowances. These are not conditions I wrote for myself and brought for the audit service to sign as my employer. It is my employer who wrote it for me and got me to sign it. So I signed an agreement with the Audit Service Sierra Leone that said, when they suspend me and they want to put me on half pay, they can, but they cannot stop or take away any of my allowances. So I went to the office of the Ombudsman in January 2022 and I complained. And the office of the Ombudsman did a good job, did a thorough review of the matter. I provided all my evidence. He engaged, I suspect, the Audit Service Sierra Leone for them to provide their own evidence. And on the 12th of May 2022, the Ombudsman wrote what I thought I would never hear about the Audit Service Sierra Leone. The Ombudsman said the Audit Service Sierra Leone, according to ESI P10, they are supposed to be an exemplary organization, and that they have failed to do so. And failed, this is, by the way, the Ombudsman is a client of the Audit Service Sierra Leone. The Ombudsman found that they have breached my employment contract. So I no longer have a contract with the Audit Service Sierra Leone because they have breached my employment contract. And he gave them 14 days, as per his powers in the Ombudsman Act, for them to return certain things to me. All my allowances. I will also add, and I've mentioned this in my response to the tribunal's report, on the 20th of December 2021, on the instruction of Mr. Abdul Aziz, the acting Auditor General, and the chairman of the board, two trucks full with police officers arrived in my compound, surrounded my home. They said they came to collect the official vehicle that was assigned to me as transport allowance. All of that, the Ombudsman ruled against the Audit Service Sierra Leone. The Ombudsman reminded them of their responsibility as employer. He gave them a quotation of their agreement with me, and the Audit Service refused to comply with the recommendations of the Ombudsman. I don't even know whether the Ombudsman is still being audited by Audit Service Sierra Leone, because Audit Service Sierra Leone, the acting Auditor General, should be ashamed of himself to go and audit the Ombudsman when he gave him recommendations as Ombudsman. He did not act on those recommendations. I don't know whether he expects the Ombudsman to act on his own recommendations if there are any observations that you will find in the audit of the Ombudsman.
Tamba Momoh,
so my sister, you asked the question. Oh, hang on a minute, let me answer finally. So I said to myself, I have children to look after, I have family to look after. I am not going to sit here being employed by an organization, I think I'm employed by them, when they have already breached my employment contract and they refuse to regularize things, even after a competent authority has announced to them, has advised them to take the appropriate actions. So I resigned. But when I resigned, I said to them in my resignation letter why, and as I've explained, and I've also indicated there that my resignation is without prejudice to the ongoing investigation. So even after I resigned, I continued either in person with my solicitors or in my absence on my behalf, my solicitors have attended all of the tribunal's sittings. So yes, I have resigned from the Audit Service Sierra Leone, and yes, this is the reason why I resigned, because they refuse to comply with the employment contract that I have with them. I am not going to say much on that because we don't know where that will go. I'll put it aside. But if you ask me, I did not hide. I wasn't hiding anything. There's nothing to hide. We have done nothing wrong. I have done nothing wrong. The standard has said that I could verify. I verified that I don't need permission. I didn't ask for permission. The Constitution is very clear. Section 119, subsection 6. It says, in the conduct of our audit or conduct, let me read it. In the exercise of this function, this is the Auditor General, under this Constitution or any other law, the Auditor General shall not be subject to the direction or control of any person or authority. You will not find this statement in the tribunal's report. And the tribunal's report, we are made to believe, was written by people who are lawyers. You will not find this constitutional provision there. So what we did was not wrong. Yes, I resigned from the audit service because I was working for an employer that no longer respected the contract that they had given me. So that is my answer.
Tamba Momoh, we would need to round off this conversation now, which would continue as the situation unfolds. But the tribunal report did not end in your favor as per the recommendations, one of which says that the second respondent, Mr. Tamba Momoh, be removed from the audit service Sierra Leone by the Audit Service Board Sierra Leone. Well, you've already resigned, but this leads us with, it didn't go in your favor, it didn't end in your praises. What are your next line of actions? So,
I don't have any line of action. It's the government, is the state that is taking actions. Yes, I noted the same, that the tribunal shockingly said we should be removed, I should be removed from office, and that I have been found of professional misconduct. I will appeal to the tribunal panel, the landed lawyers that we are heading that panel. Take your tribunal reports, take your evidence, go to the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sierra Leone, lay it on their table, and you say one of your members is not competent to be a professional accountant anymore in this country or anywhere else. Take the same reports to London, take it to the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, and say to them that one Tamba Momoh of reference number 0128594 is not competent to be a professional auditor or accountant anymore. Strike him off your register. That is when I will know that indeed I have committed professional misconduct. Meanwhile, I will continue to support Supreme Audit institutions. I am doing that at the moment in various capacities. But I will end up with this appeal to believe, in my humble opinion, that the office of the president has been grossly misled. They have been wrongly advised by people for their selfish reasons who have messed themselves up, and they were trying to cover themselves up, and they thought the best way to do that is to push us away, and they make the country look bad. This was a simple matter between an auditor and an audited entity. We have had similar instances before where we have engaged, we have been called to a meeting. I have evidence of those meetings. People, even in the office of the president, have called us to meetings. We have dealt with audit observations. There was no need for this hoo-ha. There was no need for it. The office of the president have been misinformed. And I will appeal to the current secretary to the president, take a look at those receipts yourself. If your house help you have at home, you send them to Choi Trams and they'll bring you receipts that will look like that. If you accept them, carry on with what you're doing. This is a shame for our nation. Since this has happened, I have engaged various Supreme Audit institutions. There is nowhere in the world where any Supreme Audit institution has received such shoddy documents. It is shocking. It's disgraceful. I rest my case.
Thank you very much, Tamba Momoh. He's been speaking to us on the allegations surrounding his service at Audit Service Sierra Leone when he served as Deputy Auditor General.
All right. Nevertheless, we want to say Boku thank you to AYV. Disappointing interview on the part of the lady. We do the interview, but that last part, every salon person for really think of that last thing where he say. And 100%, of course, my program on last Thursday, I say similar thing. Very embarrassing, shameful, and this length where the president in office go, where the president self don't involve, warrant for do that. Like the two issues them, where they say constitute professional misconduct. But seriously? But let take calls them and I say I want for hear from people them. VOS Network. Hello caller, what's your name and who side they call from, please?
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Mr. Kargbo, how
Yes,
are you?
sir. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Yes, you
Yeah,
there?
Mr. Kargbo. I will start from the last statement with Mr. Momoh say and move on. One, me, I don't know which are the integrity of civil servants. Mr. Tamba Momoh tell we say he will be suspended. Why he has to keep the official vehicle until police and go reclaim her from you? If I be suspended, I was given that vehicle for me to do my work as audit deputy auditor general. I will just turn in the vehicle. I'm not doing the work right now. I've been suspended. I'm getting half pay. Why am I going to fight for allowances, gas for buying fuel from motor? What they use? I'll be suspended. That's me say it's not only Mr. Momoh, but other civil servants are doing the same thing that you do. If I be suspended from work, I'm not going to even use the work vehicle. But right, those vehicles should be kept in the police station after 6 o'clock. But they are using it and misusing it. That alone they tell me say Mr. Momoh is not a credible man himself. Because being an auditor general or deputy auditor general, I should be an example to the community where they serve. I pick on that. Then anybody can challenge that. Because that's the law says that I know. But they are using those vehicles, or using that vehicle after you have been suspended. It's no more working for the institution, you have been suspended. Two, Mr. Momoh, I feel say he was not suspended because he audited the presidency. No. But I never attempted to address that issue. The professional misconduct. The auditing they go on. Mr. Momoh we say, even the field auditors, that he was responsible for them. Because imagine say we have about 10 deputy auditor generals. Now one general auditor general we get, but we get about 10 deputy auditor generals where they assign different taxes. Mr. Momoh we say, I'm in charge of the presidency. But other auditor generals, their emails were not leaked to African press. But now your email we sent to hotels, even though he was doing his work and which protected, but how that email got leaked to somebody we're not a party to this particular thing. And so we say it did not go to the presidency. So let me say the presidency staff did not even know about the email. Now the field workers, the colleague auditors, they did not know. These are a corresponding will come between him and the what? And we have 10 other auditor generals. None of them, their emails were they sent to clients for verify third parties, it did not leak. Mr. Tamba Momoh not we say how a young girl leaked to Africa Press. And after that, 2 auditing have occurred in that country. African Press, it don't become African whatever press, it don't become redundant. Emails are not being leaked. So they'll say we say if you walk like a dog, bark like a dog, and look like a dog, probably it might be a dog. Mr. Momoh, with interviewers sit there, I listen. In body language and other things, I believe say, probably most likely is guilty of whatever he was accused. I'm not talking about what he did. Like in job, for verify the receipt and what for check. Yes, if you think addition those minor things that can be detected. A detector, he has the right, he has 100% right for making a third party verification. That's not what they are accusing him for. Not third party verification. They are accusing him why, as the Auditor General, how you manage your email got leaked to somebody who has nothing. That's a professional misconduct. If me a member of parliament, I will vote to be for him to be removed. Unfortunately, in order for him to go to what? A parliament. If you are a member of parliament, if anybody who knows a little bit of auditing, it should be voted to be removed. Thank you, Mr. Kargbo.
All right. I'll be one for engage you small because it look like you misunderstand something here. You miss that sign where it say the email. The first email where is sent, where they reply to that email there, the president in office, the person responsible for the reply, a copy of the people them. So that means it not only stay between Tamba Momoh and the office of the president, other people then copied. So it not necessarily means say, and similar situation be happen during President Trump, where he even end up, according to waiting come na the media, take people and phone before they attend meeting because information be the leak, they don't know that be the leak. So why you not even think about the possibility, say somebody there within the president in orbit, where they undermine the president? Why you not think so?
Thank you so much, Mr. Kargbo. At least keenly.
Yes.
Mr. Tamba Momoh tell we say, not to that email they charge him for professional misconduct.
No.
The email when they charge him, let me erase that. The email when they charge, the corresponding will come between here and the hotel, the verification, what African Express bring out. That's not the email. The email will spread the inquiry letter, whatever they do within the presidency. Not of that. But what about the email that we say, even go to the presidency again? The office, involve even in field workers. This correspondent will call for verify that receipt. That's what I'm talking about, Mr. Kargbo.
So the receipt.
Verification of the receipt between him and the hotel.
Yes.
How that got leaked. That's the issue, Mr. Kargbo.
Okay. So that receipt again.
The person receipt, the letter will write, and the correspondent will tell right to her. That should be a private email.
But you say, according to Africanist press, they say the source now within the audit service. So it not necessarily means say again.
But Mr. Kargbo, we say even in field auditors did not know. They did not know. He said, listen, I want to repeat, let's go over that thing. He said, even he did not go to the field auditors, where he not be the supervisor. He not go to them again. He took on himself as a auditor, deputy auditor general, when they cover that particular thing. He don't go to the presidency, so that he writes personally as deputy auditor general to the hotel, and the hotel responded to him. So how that thing got leaked?
Okay, so
that's the question.
That's not the initial step. After that,
that's not the initial step.
Yeah, anyway,
that's not the initial step. When this happened, 3 days he got suspended.
Let we allow other people then for coming, because
let me mention not really carry or yeah, I think this is certain things there.
Me brother, you not go save thief, man. And again, the one of the international audit person be talk about that, saying if you put the two together, the interest of the public versus the confidentiality of the auditee, the interest of the public should always supersede. So let we not divert.
That's 100% right. That's 100%.
Let we not digress.
We have ethics in every field of study.
No. Let we not digress.
We have ethics.
The ethics.
We have ethics.
The ethics.
We have ethics in every field of studies.
Me brother.
The ethics say you don't work take personal, something personal to somebody. You go provisional with a way enough.
That was not personal. It was not
personal email. Why was he not inquired through newspaper?
The inquiry not to any.
Mr. Tamba Momoh can accept say that illegal thing. Even the Supreme Audit Authority they will draw in ACCA. He knows that that's not ethical.
But anyway, let we allow other people them because let we agree for disagree. Yeah? Let we allow other people them, because to me we dey digress now. Yeah, instead of we focus on the act of itself, we dey go after that person. We go verify and say this not circumstantial thing. Say, oh well, now it must don't leak to Africanist press. So, but why we not put so much energy on the person who forged the receipt in the first place? Why we not put energy on that? But instead, we they say, oh, ethical, this, that. So what about the person who forged the receipt? So you want to tell me, say, for begin metamated thief, man? Where somebody thief, you go say, oh, well, a thief will not for calling them. No. And anyway, let we take calls them. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and say they call we from, please? WhatsApp, go ahead.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Go ahead,
yeah, they call from US.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Kargbo.
Yeah.
Go I can say this area for Mr. Tamba Momoh we pertain to the resources of the country. I believe say anybody genuine for that country, they get for be hot. Because considering the way how we people in the suffer in the country, it's so sad. Even with president, in the place who said them Bonham, look on social media, appalling pictures the way they come up about the road, electricity, water, all that stuff then they. If them people there they waste money, we get an auditor where them people and then are professionals them. Them people and they not to like somebody who just go read accounting. This is an international body where people and they study very hard. When you talk about ethics, when you talk about integrity, the institutions then they are number one. So nobody not there we go don't spend in 10, 15 years. Some people are even more up till now and they still fight for getting them paper than they. Because it's not really funny. Anybody so far we don't go through them thing and they. Now that means they know the joke. When you hire them, you understand, and they put in terms, if you agree in the work for you. Because you're not going to mess yourself up. If you mess yourself, that's it. for your life. You see? So they always be careful, and then get what thing they guide them. Now then they demand me they raise the ISAs, all them kind of stuff then they. Now then they guide them work. You see, so them people and our people where we Sierra Leoneans them for hell. You see, for the professionalism what them be done they show all this while. Because that be the only hope for that for that country. Because all the other institutions then they not be captured. You see, so we Sierra Leoneans, we really get for be hot about how things and they happen. Because this is not good for the country. Look how the man they they feel and they really they see how the man they feel and for in country. You understand? When few people and they do them kind of stuff, they mess up and they damage, we resources them. Yeah, for like somebody will go talk say because of them suspend the man for a return vehicle. Can you imagine? What in the man they talk about in terms of employment terms in contract with the audit service. Yeah, so at least we get for the elect some certain people, but when people and they do still no rights, at least all will be hot. For say we're not happy. We're not happy. Because we give them the opportunity, at least for let them in their authorities and therefore change people in life. Well, look how it's in happen. So this is really painful. At least we just hope say Mr. Momoh and that woman, when Lara, I let them go take courage and sum up the courage and go through waiting in the and let God see them through. That's all. So thank you very much, Mr. Kargbo.
Thank you so much, my brother. And let me take more calls then because I want for the engage. VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting in the name and who say the call we from, please.
Hello?
VOS Network. Hello, caller. Who say the call we from, please?
Well, this time Mustafa, they call from France.
Hello, brother Mustafa. Thank you so much. And waiting you take on the program tonight, sir.
Well, the program, now justice for brother who want disappointing program for me because we as a Sierra Leone are not even know what thing we want. What would the first fellow country go before we get people and like they were all for the dance suite, all for the shop they like today. Then they talk about somebody who can have power, we say he can fight corruption. Corruption come on and before he knows. They expose this corruption with a season and the fact for intimidate the one that way expose this corruption. Then we get this with brother. Unfortunately, they can't at this particular media, credible media like this, they come for can saying opinion. Yes, you get right to your opinion. Nobody knows say, but at least you get for looking self, you look with country, you look for you picking the feature before they can say certain thing there. This not to go come business. The president in office don't do things we not correct. They don't forge receipts. They don't do bad thing there when they don't expose them. But this is politics business where they put for everything. So where they see the white so call them black. Now they make the country get feature for now. Because the only hope where the country be get now audit service. Now it be the one grain credible institution will be not left in that country there. All things don't broke down. We not get no good court system, no good nothing. The only thing we been get what we been proud of. Now be the audit service. Instead again done. So we don't know how they go. We don't know who's kind country will come out, who's kind feature all the bill for picking them, how one left the country give them. Because all things head no day, tell no day. We don't even know how they go. Imagine then they talk about somebody where forge receipt, they talk about motorcar. When the person is suspended, and they're not sack her. If they sack her, then they request for the vehicle. If they not request for the vehicle, they're not going to suspend me. I go take my vehicle, I go give. Suspend when they not give time, say, we suspending for 1 month or suspending for 2 months. Now, indefinitely, if possible, say, I go take my work to my back. But this man ain't get the mind for can at this particular media. Instead of he can talk about the issue, waiting on ground. Now for come at the people where the post will go catch the thief man. Now anyone can put down. It's so shameful and disgraceful, but let God help we. If God not make like people like Una where they in this media where they fight for open we hear them, because even this way they call journalist business, I'm not say they work again as alone. Now all man they fight for in pockets no more. Now by outside the brisket and go now so then they do the investigation. They waiting and carry with government of the day, they always effect for make like look fine. The things that issue where people are need for no, then they hide them. Anyway, me time done. I'll get more for stock, but I just left here.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Let me give a chance to other people. The phone line sort of busy. As I mean, they expect that. VOS network. Hello, caller. Waiting on your name inside the call from,
Yeah,
please.
Mr. Kargbo, this Anna, the call from Virginia.
Hello, bro. Thank you so much for calling. Waiting on you take on the program tonight.
Thank you so much. Mr. Kargbo, today I late for the class today because you always this the way start. But notwithstanding, I try to join you quick because I be for some meeting. But at this point, I will be the top store. So people are not righteous or put it up. Let me tell you one thing, Mr. Kargbo. They continue with this. So if they suspend you, you get right for take a salary. Then you have salary we supposed for the use because I suspend you because you're not guilty of what happened. So you can still get right for get salary.
Well, let's just quickly make that correction. They then get two types though. It will be leave with pay, and at times they can ask you for go on leave without pay. So it can go both ways because their own suspension at that then can refer to say them put you on leave.
Yeah, but these are suspend and suspend them. They're not tell you say suspend and suspend you still get for get salary anyway.
Yeah, well,
America,
the equivalent to you're right. If will be leave with pay.
Because you're not find you guilty again. But I'll tell you, Mr. Kargbo, we take out for this boy at the top of top. So people are not righteous to themselves because they get one way of benefit out of the government or their family or whatever the region they benefit. I mean, they always support this government. But last tell you one thing, you not be the work today. Who doesn't mind what this part of you?
I'll for interrupt you and dear big, forgive me for this. But
okay.
let we
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Let say democracy painful.
Yeah, I know the law. Yes, I know.
Let we say now your opinion. Okay? Let we say now your opinion. Because it's different from the way we see. Yeah, let we see on that way.
Okay.
Thank you. Good night, sir.
Hello, Mr. Kargbo.
Yes, sir.
Okay, as long as you understand this government also, where something good for them, when they do something good, now they want for let with the public know. If anything whether against them, no let the public know, which is completely bad and not correct. You understand? But like I'm quick to we are make a force. Who can be debate? Where then debate? Then talk say Donald Trump he do a 33 false statement. Notwithstanding, they say Kamala Harris back do one fake something not to true. Then took him took him. But then it's not. They still support wrong thing. Let's say the no guys for tell us a wrong thing. If it be good to them, so trust me, the SLP power there for don't publicize that any way. If it be good to them, we do. If that 9 they publicize, so say 9 they do. Then go gladly let them do it. But if they do bad, they not fan. Let me tell you one thing, Mr. Kargbo. What will be the small? What will go buy something for parent them? If you go buy bread for to culture, if the bread not correct, the bread is say how much buy this? I see the social amount. Then they go back to the culture, go ask how much this person buy this bread here. Waiting bad for that for prove them. If you right to you do, it not be anything. You understand what I mean? And if you not be give fake receipts, this is not for campaign all they cancel. Now the fake receipts when they count, and then go born and pick them, then count fake receipts for them. We're not correct. We go for being righteous to self to the two. You know what I mean? This government also anything about trust me, they no one then they took at all. And nobody know they go audit somebody. Nobody know audit people this right now. Anyone that they make, nobody know what they make. Nobody know for what they do. The president, not to say they say that the president do the thing. They say the office of the president, for God's sake. If you the president, you honest to yourself, you know saying that true you do and that thing. And go say I go audit the person there. Now Donald Trump now so I mean president Nine picking nine responsibility. And they do it. Mother be gonna do that day. Saying for picking. No. When they do the bad thing they compare with US alone. The good stuff in America they never compare to. When the good stuff we can America as well to our bomb, not to do anything. But the benefit the catch them there. But alone not supposed to happen. They always think about America the inflation up, America this, America about the bad stuff them. What about the good stuff them? When then they enjoy America so they oversee. When they benefit when also them born they the benefit out of this country also. Then they can't see they want for we can't get them. So let's say one tip Kargbo. For anybody who check somebody, it's time for say caution what you do and do the right thing. Now make all the drive GPS say make a U-turn. It's time for directive for we're gonna the right side will be there. That's not bad for now one day. If you produce wrong receipt, go back and talk, say, oh, this person and Mr. A and I'm doing this. I go about this receipt very wrong. The president for support because I'm one of a flag bearership now one day for say one tackle corruption. But when for saying said the people that know but of in secret them in due process we don't do. So I make it to cover them. You know, which is completely bad for that country today. It's shameful. You know, Mr. Kargbo, when tell me to stop it because I'm phone at the news, I'll be listening to on you. You know what I mean? So this is the problem with that country today. You know, they not come out for do the right thing at all. When they can be support them, not for audit the president. Who is the president? Who don't know for audit? Who don't know for auditor? Who don't know for auditor? Or not for audit the office? And that's for audit the office. Nothing bad for audit the office anyway.
100% I agree with you, bro. This is shameful. You're not supposed to reach this level. So
yeah, just go say now go audit the office where they repair. Look what happened now. So the vice president and they go jail so. For God's sake.
Yeah.
You know, I will call back, inshallah. I will call.
Yeah, call back. Unfortunately, this president way I go say Satan giwi because to be honest, Mother Bio not to God giwi am. Mother Bio na Satan na giwi Mother Bio. Again, I saw if this pronouncement go come as insult, but clearly the things the way they do, not in the interest of the country at all. Because this now very simple something. Somebody like this now huge evidence, clear evidence of corruption. Why you not go after the person and make them public? Say you see, even me direct staff, I deal with them or deal with them where they engage in corruption. But instead, look what they do. They cover them because of now one of we own. And then the person where you go say, like, and by the way, before I take the other call, from all waiting Tamba Momoh say, whose direct connection he get with Lara, where the president drag into this? Because Lara, not just like when you go don't trust in somebody, and then you say this person we don't verify, I go just give minimal supervision. And some of we were in a higher position them, we get junior people them. We all know not to irresponsible for audit the Freetown City Council. The person we responsible for audit the Freetown City Council, wetin Bill do? Now he give the acting Auditor General. And then he suspend the one we get little on live and direct, bro. Thank you so much for your call.
Yeah.
And waiting you take on the program, sir.
Yes. Thank you for this topic. And let me just say really quickly. I want to touch on several things. We don't go on. The first thing I want to touch on, and the first brother waiting the call about email, not email, how it expose not sena. But I assume that brother lives in the West. And if that brother lives in the West, in the United States or Europe, they have a law called the whistleblower law to protect people like Tamba. Even if he do it, even though Tamba can't say he did not do it. But even Tamba, Duang, they get laws then at the United States. This is how corruption is exposed in the United States and in the West through the whistleblower law, where they protect them. That's number one. Number two, the bigger picture for me of all that interview when you play, the biggest picture, the thing that it stands to me very much so, more than anything else, more than the car that we will talk about, is look at what thing people like Tamba and people in the government, they get paid. You get paid salary, you get paid bonuses, you get paid allowance, giving a car, giving what else? No wonder we cannot afford anything. No wonder we cannot afford anything. Really? I mean, this is not criticism on Tamba. This is, for me, it's a criticism on the system itself. No wonder the government cannot afford to fund the government. You know? But even past that, this lie about receipt and not receipt. Let me tell you this, Mr. Kargbo, I got first-hand experience on this. And not just on this administration, on previous administration. This is not something we don't go on in our country for a long time, for a very long time. The lies, the forge about receipts. After college, I was able to work in a hotel in Washington, D.C. that hosts presidents and foreign ministers and head of states that come to the United States to see the president. The hotel itself was right next door to the White House. You know, I experienced this myself. And the corruption in this is not just on the land, it's on the embassies abroad. Hey, my brother. All this not just lies. All this not just nonsense. This not we don't go on for a very, very long time. And this goes back to the topic where you start with the $5,000. You know how many people that they bring? With the president can travel in America, they bring the whole country with them. You know how much land did it cost our country? I remember 15 years ago, our president coming in to stay at the Willard for 3 nights cost the Sierra Leone government $250,000. This is not bullshit. I was there. I was the one that handed the receipts. So the corruption and the nonsense here is not today, that. This goes beyond just this administration. This is going to go on for a very, very long time. I thank you, my brother.
Yeah, thank you too. I sense the frustration, and we're all supposed to be frustrated because we they enjoy boku things them way because of they work together and stop them corrupt nonsense here. They see how much here they thrive. But we now, with the enabling corruption, and then we kind of the puppy show in a fake way, or with the fight corruption and stuff like that. But thank you, bro. Let me take one more call, and I go really want for touch on the topic of the main topic. You don't pass 10 already. VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting your name inside the call we from, please.
Hello, Mr. Kargbo. I don't know. You will criticize Phoebe, but you as a journalist and a public, you say a president we majority of Serena voted for. They say that Satan QBR. If you say that the Serena majority of Serena you refer to as Satan, go and they vote for.
No.
If you say that is very disrespectful to Serena. I really, I know, I just aside.
Yeah,
I really apologize for real apologize. Calling the majority of Sierra Leone, you claim it is out. You call it refer to as Satan. God, they vote for him, even though you don't believe in him. You might feel say they do the wrong thing, but majority of Sierra Leone voted for him. You say that Satan give you. Let me go to the thing. I don't want to be distracted on all the other people they say. People have the right to believe in whatever they believe in. Well, some of us have criticized a public figure like Karam and others where they don't do the wrong thing. But this particular Mr. Momoh, an interview, I feel say what he said. Anybody when an auditor, when does study small auditing, would say that professional misconduct. I'm not saying the presidency should not fire the accountants, the people there, the scope, and all the rest. Will they be responsible? But I believe the scope will be there at that time. This particular thing happened. She have been released of her duty. These are all facts most of you don't know. Yeah, but the issue here is Mr. Tamba Momoh, when an ACC order that is satisfied auditor, accounting, whatever is specialized in auditing, he knows that when the client, whatever information from the client, you know, will leak into public, that is the highest professional misconduct.
See, so
that's the highest. Yes, sir.
So that's the problem. Let pause your time. That's the problem right there. You assume, and you assume.
I'm not assuming.
Yeah, but
I based on what I listen.
No. Nothing not clear. Say Naim leak the message to African.
But if you don't say not to indica. You know, say not to indica because
he said no, Sabi the guy. You know, when they talk with the guy, you know, when they meet him.
You never go to the mine website and you read from the mine website. You never.
No,
so another lie.
Until recently, where them bring at the tribunal. So you say no, Sabi the guy. Okay. So let we take face value. Okay, let we take face value.
No. Well, Mr. Kargbo, you are never taking public servant face value. Would insinuate and waiting the man don't talk. No, listen. He say the correspondence between him and the hotel, but between him himself. They say if you the auditors and not be even concerned, neither the office of the president. That's what he said. Well, listen. So that means say that how does the information leak? And then have great professional misconduct. I'm not support. Would I ever see force receipt? Whatever the president did? That's a different issue. But the issue is Mr. Tamba Momoh as a professional.
You go allow
yes,
me,
sir.
You go allow me for the that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you there at certain level, even we now somebody else deal with, like in the case of Tamba Momoh, I deal with them directly. But guess what?
Mm-hmm.
You get people and still we get access to that file. We get access to it. So if you get insider, and I make plenty term, insider then can act for fair. Like how they can say, oh Steve man can act for cage. So if you get insider, we really try for tarnish them. And you for no say them jobs here. Even we own ourselves. You get people.
Mr. Kargbo, I want Mr. Tamba Momoh probably evidence that when this information I heard it from African press, this A and B and this are do now professional misconduct this. Now this action was take because we name them for the audit service what they serve, we name them for their at stake. As suspended social staff, wherever not access be fine. We all now different way of management.
But you know
Mr. Kargbo.
You know.
But Mr. Kargbo, but you did not bring it. Those are the evidences.
No.
What did they talk? What that we do? Not that I mean I look at it and say it don't make sense. Because they accuse her for leaking information when I'm professional misconduct. That's the charge against him.
So why the focus for be that? Now that's another understand. Why the focus?
That's why you never prove say you don't do professional misconduct.
No.
All what they talk in do.
No.
Not to that. The issue is the charger. Why they release her for duty? Now because of professional misconduct. So if you this way not you do a professional misconduct, and that is never proof. That's why he's taking interview. And that means if I mean Tamba Momoh, and they mean emphasis for don't lie. For proof to the Sabinians say, I did not do professional misconduct. this and this, when I heard that this information on leak, that this and this I do for punish whoever did, for clear the image of all this Sierra Leone. Because other clients will be scared and repetition will be down to the drain. And that is like I know Mr. Tamba Momoh do. It did not do that. It did not. We always say the presidency, like you will say, we always say, we voted for Mr. Manabio, we are Satan. Okay. But the issue is, the majority of we are Satan, but we voted for him. But what is from Mr. Tamba Momoh did not prove that.
Let pause your time. You see, this the way you can they do, can they bother me at times?
It has to bother you because that's what you said.
No, I not say that. I not say that. I first apologize for the people and way it go feel offended. Where they say now God they elect leader. So that means we all now God we will elect the leader.
No, now people elect her.
But
they say the voice of the people is the voice of God.
They can say this president, any president, because Momoh self, that thing where they say now God don't put and day what I will not do for you. Now in that context, I use that satanic word. That context we say now God they give we leader. So I not tell you say the people that will vote for him now Satan them. So stop for do that. Stop for do that.
But would I give Manabio and the people give it?
No. I tell you say the context. So if I be say now God if I wait hold it.
If I'm you apologize. I don't think for really. If I'm you, I will apologize. Because emotion not take over the journalists the way they do. You might not like Manabio, but you have no reason for say that Satan you Manabio.
So what I first do, I apologize to the people we go feel offended by it. But the love for me country.
That's not the love.
The love for me country. Okay. So if I be say hold it. If I be say now God give him mother bill. For even ask for that apologize. No, so if I be saying
I don't care if you say that God, the issue is
no, answer the question.
I don't even know how you drag.
Answer the topic
question. Here is not about Manabio.
No, answer the question. If I be saying that God give him mother bill, for be asking me for apologize. No, so
because you don't cost nobody.
No, bro. So if I be say somebody can
agree you. If I ask you for if I praise you, Mr. Kargbo, I know you don't go ask me for apologize. But if I cost you,
no, not to cost. Not to cost. Now the opposite of saying that God give me mother bill.
The majority of people who voted for mother bill, they are Satan.
So you see, so why you not still if I but allow you time. You just they look one way. Just one way.
I know for look one way.
I'll tell you the context.
It should not be so just before be objective, but yeah, you are not objective.
I'm a Sierra Leonean first.
Your emotion overtake you. Emotion take over.
I'm a Sierra Leonean first.
No, this one is Sierra Leonean first.
Yes.
Now hate Manabio first. Talk about that. Because this one about Sierra Leone first. You cannot cast all any Sierra Leone because yes, Sierra Leone first. I can cause all Sierra Leone. Majority of Sierra Leone who voted for the man he says that Sierra Leone first. The people who voted for India, Sierra Leone first. They believe in him, that's why they voted for him. Mr. Kargbo, I don't know. What do you mean? Mr. Tamba Momoh, he able to prove, say, a non-leak, and that's the bottom line. The professional misconduct. It is. He able to prove that. I don't care what people say. I'm not saying they're stealing whatever they are doing is not where I go. What do you mean understand this? The scope. What we did, what this year happen. Malabi don't handle money, nobody handle money. The scope will be removed, shall be removed. And that we know. I know I get against it. Why they not publish or journalism there for going to why she was removed.
So you
might be one of the issues we want to talk about. Okay.
You timed on
Thank you, sir.
And by the way,
Thank you.
let's just extend this mere assertion. As I always say, aside from Samuel Timagai, from which I read for about him, all the presidents them we don't come after him. Not a God send them to we. So waiting at the opposite of it. They're all satanic. They're all now they do things in the interest of the country. Ruin that country they. So now that I mean, yeah, not to the people that will vote for Mother Bill. Now the Creole talk, I not talk Arabic, I not talk French. Now the context of saying, now God they give a leader. No. God very democratic. It allow you. It allow you.
Nobody don't go mad if you say I don't believe in a God and we Mother Bill can. That you say now Satan.
Yeah, but now the opposite. If not
that's more professional as a journalist for say an officer Mother Bill.
Let you go, sir. VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting your name and who say you the call from, please. Hello, VOS Network. Waiting your name and who say they call me from?
Mina Salkaba.
Yeah, go ahead, sir. Thank you so much for your call. Waiting you take on the program tonight.
Yeah, go ahead, sir. Thank you so much for your call. Waiting you take on the program tonight. Yeah. The take on this program is just concerning this week. Brothers, which they talk about this God elected leader or whatever. Yeah, the truth is for sure, God not need your leaders because who going to enter the moment God taking life. And in the perspective in this kind of situation, God always give leaders according to the way we mind and day. Because we're not truthful, not the old society dishonest. And then even the likes of pharaohs, all these kind of bad people, all rule and country, obviously, their own people and and then turn to slaves, you know, and then really people then turn like saying a migrant, young people. That's the people of Moses. And then it comes to your own times now. How we're so divisive. Yeah, you see, man, they see the real truth about this government here, the mishaps, what they do. For let itself they say the truth. For let them man, they go make a change at the country. Then still they back them leaders there. And then how we get people like this, we get good leaders. Like I know Mr. Kargbo say. From likes of Sami Timagai, since then I will get bad. That's fact. And because that by then we get a good society. From most of the people who they get, who borders, they definitely they always support bad things. Then who they get for elect, they just get for elect bad leaders. And then even they say that in the Quran, most of the bad leaders who they get, how we did. Now we get for changing mindset before we get good things. And then if we are in a country. Mostly these leaders, they come through tribalism, tribal favor, regional favors. And then they go through them, then leaders, they're too weak. Then they go through their line and they let them elect them, for let them go in power. And most of the people now, so their mindset for elect person. And then no one ever get good leaders. And then they can't, they are satanic. And because they are so weak, they don't do the right thing. Normally, we only do the two elections, and they say that they can't do good service to the people. But when they can on a different thing than they do, they know what they do, what they did it for, but what they do a different thing for their own agenda for certify this wall here, for let them get this dunya wall labor and prepare for left. So now they did it for. And then I know if you get leaders like a Mandela, who be saying no the purpose of land for serve them people. you know, and then they struggle, then in a prison and accommodate, then can only want, then can the only one time, and he live back. Not then can that they want to tell because near the audience, the name they did it. Thomas Sankara, the names they did it. You know, so not one can we get. So definitely, Mr. Kargbo, then leader Diana go elect them, the kind of mindset to get. You know, he asks anything, any man at the northerners, if he tell us, oh, no matter how APC don't do bad thing, then go and let they elect APC. And no matter what, if you to start Easterners, no matter what leaders they do, they go prefer for elected.
Thank you so much, bro. To me, just practice. I strongly believe, say God love we. God no go give we wicked leader. So at the same time, God very democratic. He allow people and for choose them path. So the leaders them way Salon don't get, then choose the path of Satan for be wicked, demonic against them people them. I get boku reason, boku evidence then they say we leaders them, they're very demonic. Go kill people them, go cause like the people where they suffer in a salon right now. Some person they forget 1 cup gari per day. Now wala. But yet they look like this kind of thing. Corruption, they're all over the place. Now God send a leader there. But no, God no wicked. God no wicked. God give we he give we path, saying you choose the righteous or you choose the wicked, and we leaders then choose for be on the path of wickedness. So when you go on the path of wickedness, then I go link you with Satan. So that's not the connection I they make. Saying as satanic leaders them, they come na salon. They choose the path of satanic actions, wickedness. Like, as a Sierra Leonean, but I don't think that this them abroad for quite a while. And it depend me small way I don't keep in a corner. I want to go invest in a salon. I even want to retire early, because I really like even sometimes where I see the difference. It depend me. I mean, now can they feel sometimes? Because again, like how they say, no place like home. But how you go home? Then leaders say, I don't hijack the country. Make them like say that they're all that their personal property. Treat them any kind of way. And make some of we even there on self-exile. Because we, your ideology, different. We want the right thing for the country. Then turn against you. Whose kind action that? God allow Satan for reign. So God is democratic. But that necessarily means say, where a leader, somebody be a leader of a country, now God send them to the people. No. That leader, they choose the other path. Aside from God in path. Because we all know how God in path look like. Somebody where godly, God-fearing. The greatest commandment, both books them. Love thy neighbor as thyself. If you love your neighbor as thyself, you don't go embezzle money way for make people in life better. You're not going to treat people like this. They manipulate the constitution. They trample upon people like right. For goodness sake, we get 3 branches of government. But look what's happen. They'll capture all the other branches then. So now any path, sober path forward that, now the so-called development that, but no, I don't feel saying something like that before. And my brother, they kind of use the same approach as they always they use. Me call salon people and Satan. No.
Hello?
VOS not yellow collar. Waiting on you, man. Who say they call we from, sir?
Mr. Kargbo, thank you so much, Mr. Kargbo. What I want to have for say, Mr. Kargbo, you know, owe no obligation to we for tell we say sorry. But make our outline without get the obligation for tell we sorry. Now,
Yeah,
matter
no,
you when they pay you, Mr. Kargbo, no. You don't need for you don't need to. You don't need to.
I respect Miss Salon brothers and sisters. No
You don't
question
you,
about
you don't need to
I
because when they
I
pay you for
love
this
and
class.
respect. Yeah, I love and respect every salon person. But
No,
Emily,
let tell you wait till
yeah,
land that this country has. So where you not black man, me not black man. Where you respect people that they disrespect you. I mean, type of disrespect you. That tell you now that's what the operate that this country has. So where you respect black man, where you respect her too much, you disrespect you. You never believe you never again. With my where you respect them, trust me, not for you for life. But black man not so. You know we no apology. Me to tell you no apology. That's you that will apology. The president, what a matter bill, a chief election. We come, it tell with the people in another country, they say, with the buy rest 200,000. And rest not to be 200,000 and 10, and then I'll be 150, 160, 170. But you say, if we put them down. So when come, you go put them down. We lie. We tell we sorry for that one day. It tell we follow them, say they come a bridge for one another country, they make that bridge day. Where they go to parliament, they show them till the day, then call people them, say that $2 billion, this and that, all their life away. Then you can't say we sorry because they pay them for that. Number two, he said the APC, the money and thief, where the anti-corruption go get him. He said the bill hospital take the Roy Busiam. When I lie, but we don't can't tell we sorry for that day. He the lie. He said the fits alone. Take today, the Tamba Momoh rest. Anonymous here. I want to ask you, where you plant rest, I must see the go for label for harvest and follow go eat them. Take no before it's one Tamba Momoh rest where the people label eat them. When I lie, the lie. When I wait for we always apology. You know, 9% we apology, 9% say sorry to we the people are not considered. He talks say President Komabi the travel too much. In Kai travel pass mark if we apology for that one day. The road, he say the cosmetic road na IPC they make when Kai can make road. They say when make to road, you forget alternative road way for pass. Or when Kai pull to road, that the to road now make expensive so now for we the people in that country. They will apology for that one day. It come with the people in that country. We already we call you all as terrorists. You not even make differentiate that more. So we all are terrorists. He always apology for that one day. You understand? He say APC then come. The gas expensive. Who the bam? You know, so we put gas up. We don't put everything up. Income, we make them up pass mark for the people that country. Put software for the people. He always apology. He can't put to apology. Here in people like how apology. No, we do that to we. You understand? He said the executive when Koma be get. He say he boku too much. He go cut and down. He come. He make them bloat them too much for say the people that country don't benefit for that country day. Where you owe apology. You understand? They eat money that they do, they use the money. Look the road where they say they not even make road. Say look where we see today, what they show you inside in village where come out. You never do nothing there. But let's say if you come on a pass, you don't get time for stay. If the plan for go overseas, you know, yes, you're supposed to wicked. But if you decide for do something, look at this Kuma. A bill host na Freetown, a bill host na in village. If you can't village, you get time for day. You go na Freetown, you get time for day. And you won't see no also a bill because you're ready for thief money. Also don't use for thief, you don't use for thief. You understand? Now make it always the eye died. They always like for people, you understand? Now in we obligation for say sorry to we, you understand? Not to you, you know, all obligation to we not to pay you, not this government money, nothing. It is helpful for class 1 are free, but I say for the make ourselves so for the people that day. We all for the log will pay. But you know, Dram, it is for society way. So they people for tell you thank you for letting they help them. But right, the government for they pay you for that, where they help them for build the country and for do something in that country. Then they fly all about the country, they see all the country how they develop. Then they think that thing and they me if go any side go. Trust me, I say, hey boy, I like this hotel house if I live in our country. Hey, I like this hospital, I live in our country. I they think they good thing for country, you understand me? I don't get the access. But in get with country money, they waste and so. And you see the problem with them people also, whether they can oversee, tell it's in the land. You know, they just want for deprive people they don't get that for them not get no it happen. So all the bad stuff, they tell us that they can land and this country they can't go under, which is completely wrong. You understand me? So not to you all obligation for say sorry. Now in matter beauty people are then get the obligation for say sorry to we. For all the life of the life away, always you don't do for we.
I completely understand the point now we say for say apology. I understand now. Thank you so much, bro. Let me take one last call.
Let God bless you, my brother.
Yeah, let God bless you too for the great contribution. Let me take one last call and then maybe I will get to talk about this topic where I say at the main topic. the next program. VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting your name and who said they call we from, please.
Hello, Mr. Kargbo. This is my first time caller. I call from the US.
Thank you.
I so enjoy this program. You know, the lectures where they give you, it's so interesting that until one of your so-called caller we can call for support is so-called president will not understand. You know, sometimes it can disturb the program. And you said to listener and they argue with them. I'm not going to argue with some of them people there. At least you don't call one time you don't call, you don't express in your opinion, you know. So
yeah, I understand. I not cut you out, Sisi. But what they do is, and that Anoki one for it just left, so it can accuse me directly, and that satanic comment saying the leader they act not to godly leader, Loputan, so not to godly leader, because the way they act, that kind of way it allow the people and for punish and then give them back talk where later when we be president, but will not be even no side a day, or not be careful no side day. But now where they handle the resources of the country, they give people them back talk. Now satanic act that one day. And then look how in twist me word. Say me call all the people that we vote for and Satan. So a act for then kind accusation and they let go because we can share this program after the program. So I don't want to let people believe what he say me call the people that we vote for Mother Bio Satan, and not to that I say. So I saw you where una they see Alex they argue but I can do it deliberately, and fortunately we they practice democracy. We need to even know the numbers the way they call because we've set on our way they like the number where you they call pop up now we all end. So we not go block them, but I know say can they do it deliberately. But I go find way I go try for minimize. But it can always take, or most of the time, can they take me words out of context and flip them, so it go use that as a sound bite, and at that I go find way I go try for they deal with them. Again, I apologize to anybody where they feel like they derail the program. So sorry for the interruption there. So continue, please.
okay. So your program is very interesting, Mr. Kargbo, and a very educative. So if all the take them how you talk to them and then cut them off if they because they still persist, they talk things that were not necessary. So not for the cut them off. Yeah.
Yeah, I go definitely if that's the method, I go do that. Way you want for take me me word out of context. Yes, I will just end the conversation instead of allowing for derail the program. Thank you for that advice, Dave.
Thank you so much, and then continue with the good job.
Absolutely. Again, this nobody need to pay we, but now the passion for we country, it had to ending. We know how much, we know how much we enjoy freedom, liberty, and prosperity for that matter. Plenty of we come abroad, except for the the foundation in terms of education with Salon Giwi, but not come with anything at them place here. But they like today, we able to get a decent job, take care of a family. Now because of the system, no so much. But so we they try for let them self feel inspired and go set up similar system. And we were willing for go set up the similar system now, then go do all kind of thing for frustrate you. So that's not the painful part of it. Not to say some of we not willing, we're willing. But guess what? Then go do all kind of things for frustrate you. So
Yeah.
thank you again for call. Please continue for call and watch
Okay.
the program. And again, my apologies, but yes, I go apply that method day, and way it take me word out of context, I go warn them, and then if you continue, I just cut them off even before
Yeah.
the end of in time. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye bye.
Okay. All right, Fambulem, again, this now issue I not going for deal with again because of we don't deal with them extensively and we don't go even past the 2 hour mark. I don't even talk about the main topic, but let's take one last call and I will talk about the opposition leader. And the main topic of tonight, maybe we will deal with them next week because it's a very important topic. We over around corruption as well. And we want to make sure, say, we deal with them and bring them to the people attention. VOS Network, hello caller, waiting at your name and who side they call from, please?
I'm Francis. I call from Minnesota.
Hello, brother Francis. Thank you very much for your call and waiting at you take on the program, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kargbo. First and foremost, you really talk about say God very democratic. I really want to throw light on that. God not democratic. God no get nobody way accountable to my brother. Now, in one, let me just help you.
Yes.
Let me come.
Okay.
May we emotion no make we dey misunderstand God. God not accountable to nobody. Maybe they make this world, no consult me and you. Maybe they make me and you, no consult we. We ain't ready for we, not get for consult we. So God not democratic. No rest. That's idea. Number two, Mr. Kargbo, alone or any world, not to one person. Now the kind of people that will in an environment, now then they produce the leaders. The school system, the community, everybody involved. What would they oversee? Not to the president, Biden, or whatever. No. Everybody they do in your own bit, not their own corners them. Then they obey the laws, then they make the laws, then they seek their own interest. That is what happens. So in Africa setting, for example, we will just point or cast the blame for one person, whether an APC leader or SPP leader or whatever. That is not really now the real community. Now the way we deal with all, the way we think, and the results we get. Simple and clear. Number two, let una show me precedents in Africa. We audit commission, they survive where then go put multiple presidency. It not there in Africa. So that woman if we don't using common sense, deal with that situation, they for prevent all of this drama. Where they go on? With the hala no more? No. Let me show we the precedent first, where it be done the practice na salon. And the school mind time, how they be done the event. Let me show we then we go buy those kind of ideas. If na me, common sense, me na be audit service somebody Auditor General. For we don't manage that situation they very well. For we don't know, see that in a critical situation we go tell on me own job, the bread and butter that now one. However, I like the country. The thing we have we don't do because it was just the beginning. For we don't call the presidency office and advise or mitigate that kind of situation in it. If we don't play that role, just like how anti-corruption commission gets the education and advise the ministry, that's the we don't do first. But that route they wouldn't take. They get right for take them on, not get me wrong. But it no go ever born good pickings. And I assure you, it no they happen now. No African country. So not only for the Yabadi waiting more, I know they come out with any result we want. I don't go carry with that result we want. That woman be ought for know better. And for be don't use in common sense. And again, if me and you as a journalist, I be don't tell you this. I dey observe, they're online with they be grammar then they not to for salons. If you want to really get some interesting conversation in this program here, we spend time. But begin to evaluate the approach. How do you make it work? How do you make it interesting? Sometimes you go get so much sense, but sometimes suppress you ideas than they. In the program, now for you for just the guide, not to your whole ideas. At the end of the day, you get for the push on people who will make the thing interesting. So, my brother, they doing a very good job, but if una really want success, become successful with this year, una they do. Una forget to go back na the drawing board. Una mind una words them. Una calm down, take a deep breath. Even if you get something against somebody, but just put her in a nice way. I they always stop this. Because una they come online for both SFPP, APC, or PMDC, but at the end of the day now the approach.
Okay.
Now will make una successful.
Okay.
If you just make like say sense body, now you get all the ideas at the end of the day that you use them for kill your show, your program.
Okay. Thank
and
you.
me what they tell you this, so I get sense. I know exactly what they talk.
Yeah, but thank you very much. But unfortunately, not to the route they made it go. I need to go the route for popularity. Because
you are not coming online for yourself.
Yeah.
You are coming online. Mr. Kabu, I like where you argue. Arguments are fine, but sometimes it has to be you get to take a deep breath. Like when you're gonna bid no more, the evaluator, you get quiet time. How I go make this year better? Listen to advice of others. You make this
but anyway, thank you so much for your time. But the advice not to forgive.
Bye-bye.
The advice not to forgive. I know set this program as
it
any.
It's not about
this
but Mr. Chabu, I can listen to you plenty time. Sometimes if you come online, suppress your ideas. Sometimes your ideas will come at the tail end for summarize. Allow the populace for chipping with their own ideas. You can take bullet points. If me gets programs, sometimes we will discuss how, I'm a social worker here. Every day we hold meetings. Even if you are the supervisor or you are the director, sometimes you have to suppress those ideas until the last man in idea, they can argue on. That's my own idea, my own opinion.
And thank you so much for the call. I completely understand the point where you make, but this not talk show, and people in the call then get the idea.
Yeah, a lot of talk shows.
Yes, people in the call
they even get the idea. This other guy in talk show, waiting at this other guy named Triple A.
Anyway,
I can listen now, Mr. We compare and contrast. We learn from experiences.
Absolutely.
This other person they do way in own thing the come out good. Like when we do a thing called comparative education.
Yeah, but the point where you make again, this is a matter of ideology.
Mr. Kargbo, thank you so much. I don't have enough time for long with the argument.
Thank you so much. This now a matter of ideology. For far too long, people don't do that. They cave. We need to do this for popularity at all. Where I spend my time tomorrow, I get for work. I spend my time now. Now for we talk about the issue, not to for shove me ideology down on our throat. And I make a king they open the phone line. Because otherwise we'll not for even take calls. I for come and talk. Could I listen fine like other people they do monologue. Some people they even do live. Then just they make audio or video, they send them out there. So you are listen. But one thing we mean they compromise, that ideology. I strongly believe in democracy. For so this not go work in Africa, then they not go. No. We get for stop that. Yes, it get for take time. But for say nothing to nothing at all, it not go happen. No. Other countries then within Africa, they don't progress. Yes, the progress very slow, but guess what? Now progress in the sense that it way more than Salon. Salon, we don't get how many elections? 6 elections now. And look to now with a struggle with authenticity of result for published disaggregated result. 6 elections. So now one tell me say, okay, way they handle issue like that, you for take you time. No. And another kind of low bar where we don't put for them politicians here so that they take we for granted. If we get plenty people like me, again not to brag, but like me, we're we believe strongly in what we believe in. Okay? Now they compromise mediocrity. I believe Salon will go before. But you look, Boku platform them. Then go they take something at the corner because they feel say their livelihood depend upon supporting the government, even whether they do something wrong. No, my brother, now I make it clear. Say I'm not going to work in a salon because waiting me don't can land na ya and waiting me believing. I'm not going for work in this kind of condition at all. So now I make with this platform, I they share my knowledge and not to just they talk about issues them, I they also provide solutions from my own education and also practical knowledge. So Fambul them again, I want for just quickly talk about the opposition because again the topic where I want for deal with that topic they unfortunately time no go permit we for do that, but I want for just quickly read through waiting the opposition whip right or say in the article, and to me it just begs the question, what about the other opposition members then? What about the leader of the opposition, Honorable Abdul Kargbo? What did they do? As soon as seen opposition chief whip criticizes suspension of Auditor General. So let I read the article very quickly from Bolem. In the wake of recent high-profile suspensions of Auditor General Mrs. Lara Taylor Pierce and Deputy Auditor General Mr. Tamba Momoh, Opposition Chief Whip Honorable Abdul Karim Kamara has emerged as a prominent critic of the government's actions. The suspensions, which coincided with the imminent release of critical audit reports on state resource management, have triggered widespread apprehension among Sierra Leoneans. And I hope so now get this part because again for say okay well na liar be the showcase the irregularities, but even this acting auditor general when I go back and look at the 2022 report auditor report we know to liar sign up, and in fact most of the irregularities come out from the office of the president. So again, that is sort of give we clear indication as to who side the corruption settle. It continue. The article continue for say Honorable Kamara has raised serious concerns about the timing of these suspensions, suggesting that they may be politically motivated and indicative of an attempt to stifle transparency. 100% I agree with that. And severally I don't say that, saying he clearly politically motivated. And they don't want for like anybody hold them accountable and be transparent. So a continuing for he argued that the move undermines the fundamental principles of accountability that are essential for good governance, highlighting past revelations of embezzlement within the presidential office, as noted in the 2020 audit report. Honorable Kamara has accused the government of betraying its anti-corruption promises. Absolutely. And it continue for say, in a passionate address to Parliament, Honorable Kamara urged his fellow lawmakers to stand united against the tribunal report, validating the suspensions. He emphasized the critical role of the Audit Service Sierra Leone in ensuring transparency and accountability, calling on parliamentarians to prioritize national interests over political considerations. Then Kotanaya, this movement is pivotal for our country, Honorable Kamara stated. We must not allow political maneuvers to compromise our commitment to good governance and the integrity of our institutions. Upholding transparency and accountability is non-negotiable. I conclude by saying, as Parliament deliberates on the matter, Honorable Kamara's strong stance reflects a broader call for maintaining the independence of key oversight institutions and ensuring that public funds are managed with the utmost integrity. The outcome of this debate will be crucial in determining the future trajectory of Sierra Leone's governance and its dedication to combating corruption. So again, the statement then that, and let me left Una with my own last word, Fambulem. Waiting Honorable Abdul Kamara say so. 100% I agree with her. And I don't know how possible it will be, but like them place here, then developed democracy here, certain crucial votes them, then they know they make a secret ballot because they want let people and they in the record, let voters they know who side the specific representative be vote with who side be vote. If it be vote for let them remove the Auditor General or a vote against it, even with if not against the political party. To me, I don't know again how they intend for set them up, but it will really be in the interest, in the public interest, for let them make the vote open. Let them call the individual and then he announce in vote for remove or for sustain. So it go really nice. But again, if they don't have that secret ballot, we don't get for no other vote for, and particularly where we know very well saying SLPP on its own, they not get the two-third majority. Even if they include all the parliamentarians, I mean the paramount chiefs them. And unfortunately, I don't say them before, the paramount chiefs them, they're useless. Not to disrespect, but are not useful at all. Because for like even Koma in time, and I believe Kaba in time as well, they always they vote alongside the executive for please the executive, the president. So to me, I go nice for like we know how people then vote. So now my last word that, and for the topic where I say I will deal with Fambulem, again, people then say I can make the program too long, but because also they take too many calls them, so my own time for do my analysis not can be I'm lengthy enough at all because of the calls them where are they taking between. So I'm not able to forget the entire 2 hours for just do my analysis. But again, I go pick up on the main topic next week by God's grace. Tomorrow, on Saturday, we not go able for do live broadcast, but we'll go find one program, we'll go repeat. But until Thursday we go sooner again. Una thank you so much. Una not forget for tune in on Sunday. We una go join Mr. the lawyer Shilon and Mr. Jamboria, hopefully, for another episode of Social Media Review, and probably they will talk about some of the topic that we will not be able to go into detail. So again, I can understand that comment we make about Satan. If I offend anybody, I'm sorry, okay? But again, this I love Salon people, and because of the love for my country and the love for my Salon people, I mean the ordinary Salon people, because the politicians, them clearly are people way I not hate them because I can always even pray for let God direct them on the righteous path. For let them push the country, but clearly most of them very selfish, and as a result, I'm not able to see eye to eye with them at all, regardless of the political party. So, but again, in terms of the love for my country, no question about that. I love my country, and as a result, when I see that passion there, because I need to do this because I make money out of it. No, as a matter of fact, VOS, we're not able to pay anybody not VOS at all, because when I all see, we they pay all the bills them, but yet we not ask anybody, say, will you call you for pay this or whatnot? No, because we want to make it accessible and want for let we share ideas them as to how we go push we country go before. And while we they do that, all the people we they run the affairs of a country accountable, because now that they try for kill the last independent institution standing, and we last brother, no offense to him, but me no go cave. Again, it's not about the popularity. It's not about the number of people that we can watch me show. It's all about we country. Me, they always try for put we country first. So as a result of that, that's something we are not they negotiate. I need to negotiate around it. Say no, we'll go slow. Go no. I need to compromise that. The integrity and the love for my country and not go allow me for compromise and give any politician a pass. So with that, again, I want to say Boku thank you to una all. Let God bless una with una family. Let God bless the one and only country where me and you to cherish. As they say, no place like home, regardless of waiting we don't accomplish abroad. Salon na we own. No place no day like Salon. So Fambulem, again, we pray for let God change we politicians there, for think about the country and think about the people and make that place there a better place. For we begin there yet unborn. Until then, me and Abdul Karim Kargbo, they say, "Una thank you. Let God bless the one and only Mama Salon, we will all cherish. Una tata."